My beloved child, wait, before you scroll away, something has shifted in a way no one could have imagined. At the very moment you chose to press play, a silent realization began growing inside the heart of the person who once tried to convince themselves they could move on without you. They laughed, they stayed busy, they told the world they were fine, but deep inside, every passing day made your absence louder than your presence had ever been. What they believed was freedom has slowly become emptiness. And now, for the first time, they are asking themselves a question they never expected to face: what if the one thing I truly needed was the person I walked away from? Don't skip, because this is only the beginning. Every word from this moment forward reveals another piece of a story that has been unfolding in silence, and something huge is waiting for you. There is a reason unexpected memories have started returning to them without warning. A familiar place, a random song, a quiet evening, or even a simple conversation suddenly reminds them of the peace they felt whenever your name crossed their mind. They are beginning to understand that real connection cannot be replaced by distractions or temporary excitement. The harder they tried to ignore what they felt, the stronger those feelings became. They thought time would erase everything, but instead, time uncovered the truth they had been hiding from themselves. Stay till the end, because the next revelation changes everything. What if this realization is not happening by accident? What if every unanswered question, every delay, and every unexpected turn has been preparing both of you for a moment that neither of you could have imagined? Listen carefully, because this is where the story becomes impossible to ignore. At this very stage, they are no longer searching for answers outside themselves, they are finally looking inward. For the first time, they are seeing your value without confusion, without pride, and without outside influence. They are realizing that some people enter your life for a season, but a rare connection leaves a mark that cannot be replaced. The truth is becoming impossible for them to silence. They can't imagine a future that doesn't include the thought of you somewhere in it. But this realization is only the first door opening. Beyond it lies an even greater surprise that no one saw coming. Don't skip, because what happens next will reveal why this entire journey had to unfold exactly the way it did. A turning point is closer than it appears, and this is where everything begins to feel different. The silence that once separated your paths is no longer empty, it is filled with unanswered thoughts that keep returning to the same place. They wake up expecting another ordinary day, yet somehow your memory finds its way into the smallest moments. A familiar smile, a passing conversation, even a quiet evening becomes a reminder that some connections refuse to disappear. They are starting to realize that distance never erased what was real, it only revealed its true value. Don't skip, because what happens next is something they never imagined they would experience. Something huge is waiting for you. For the first time, they stop running from their own heart. Instead of asking why they keep thinking about you, they begin asking why they ever believed they could forget you. That single question changes everything. Their confidence is replaced with curiosity, and curiosity slowly becomes certainty. They understand that life gave them many opportunities, but none of them carried the same peace your presence once brought. Every memory now feels less like the past and more like a sign pointing toward an unfinished chapter. Stay till the end, because the next revelation will explain why this realization arrives exactly when it does, and why the timing may be more meaningful than either of you expected. Now the story reaches a place where nothing can remain hidden forever. A choice is quietly forming inside them, a choice they never thought they would have to make. They can continue pretending nothing has changed, or they can finally accept the truth that has been growing stronger every day. Their heart already knows the answer, even if their words have not caught up yet. But before that answer is revealed, one unexpected moment is about to place everything into perfect focus. The next chapter uncovers that moment, and once it arrives, the direction of this story may never be the same again. A quiet moment is approaching. And neither of you can see it yet. While everything on the outside appears ordinary, something extraordinary is taking shape beneath the surface. The person who once believed they had complete control over their emotions is beginning to lose every excuse they created. They replay old conversations in their mind, wondering why your kindness stayed with them long after everyone else's words faded away. They have started comparing every new experience to the peace they once felt around you, and every comparison leads back to the same truth. No distraction has been able to replace what your presence quietly brought into their life. Stay till the end, because the next discovery is even more unexpected. Something huge is waiting for you, and it has been moving toward this moment far longer than you realize. The more they reflect, the clearer everything becomes. They finally understand that what they once overlooked was never ordinary, it was rare. They are beginning to recognize the small moments they once took for granted, the comfort of your support, the sincerity of your words, and the feeling that someone truly understood them without demanding perfection. Now those memories return with a new meaning. Instead of fading away, they grow stronger every single day. They wonder what would have happened if they had spoken differently, listened more carefully, or simply stayed a little longer. Every unanswered question pushes them closer to a realization they can no longer escape. Don't skip, because the next step changes the direction of this story in a way that even they never expected. Now imagine this, while they are quietly reaching these conclusions, life is preparing an unexpected turning point. A single conversation, a familiar place, or one unexpected reminder could awaken emotions they have kept hidden for far too long. They are no longer trying to prove they can live without you, they are trying to understand why every path keeps leading back to the same thought. That realization grows stronger with every passing day, and soon it will become impossible for them to ignore. But before that moment arrives, one final piece of the puzzle still has to fall into place. Stay with this story, because what happens next will reveal why their heart is moving in a direction they never believed possible, and the next chapter holds the biggest surprise yet. Everything has been leading to this moment, even the delays that once made no sense are beginning to reveal their purpose. The person who tried to silence their feelings can no longer ignore what keeps rising inside them. Every road they take somehow reminds them of the life they imagined but never fully embraced. They are beginning to understand that the strongest connections are not measured by how often two people speak, but by how impossible it becomes to stop thinking about one another. Don't skip, because the next few moments uncover a truth that has been hidden in plain sight. Something huge is waiting for you. A quiet change is happening within them. They no longer focus on what went wrong. They are thinking about what could still be made right. They picture conversations that never happened, words they wish they had spoken, and moments they would gladly relive if given another chance. The more they reflect, the clearer one realization becomes: life feels incomplete without the person who brought genuine peace into their heart. They once believed time would make your memory disappear, yet time has done the opposite. It has shown them exactly who has always mattered. Stay till the end, because the next chapter reveals what finally gives them the courage to stop hiding from this truth. Now the story stands at the edge of a brand new beginning. An unexpected opportunity is drawing closer, one that neither of you could have predicted. The distance that once seemed impossible is starting to lose its power, while hope quietly grows stronger with every passing day. They are closer than ever to accepting what their heart has been trying to tell them all along. Some people are meant to leave a permanent mark on your life. But the biggest surprise has not been revealed yet. The next chapter uncovers the moment that changes everything, and once that moment arrives, nothing will feel the same again. A new chapter is quietly unfolding, and this is the moment no one could have predicted. The person who once believed they had all the answers now finds themselves searching for only one. Every day they try to move forward, yet every step somehow circles back to the same thought: you. They are beginning to understand that some connections never ask for attention, they simply remain, patiently waiting until the heart is ready to recognize their worth. Don't skip, because what you're about to hear is the missing piece of everything that has happened so far. Something huge is waiting for you. The truth they have been avoiding is now impossible to escape. They no longer remember your presence as just another chapter from the past, they remember it as the place where they felt understood without pretending to be someone else. Suddenly, the future they imagined without you feels incomplete. The dreams they once chased no longer seem as meaningful unless they can share them with the person who inspired them to believe in something deeper. This realization didn't arrive overnight. It grew silently, one memory at a time, until it became louder than every excuse they ever created. Stay till the end, because the next revelation will uncover the unexpected moment that finally pushes everything into motion. Now the silence begins to change. What was once uncertainty slowly transforms into quiet determination. They are no longer asking themselves whether you mattered, they already know the answer. The only question left is what they will choose to do with that truth. A single unexpected moment is approaching, one that has the power to rewrite everything they thought they understood about this connection. And when that moment arrives, even they will realize that some people are never meant to be forgotten. The next chapter reveals why this story has been building toward one unforgettable turning point that neither of you will see coming. The waiting is beginning to feel different now. Not because everything has already changed, but because something inside them has. The doubts that once kept them silent are slowly fading, replaced by a feeling they can no longer explain away. They keep asking themselves why your name still brings a sense of peace when so much time has passed. The answer always returns in the same quiet whisper: some connections are too meaningful to disappear. They finally understand that walking away never erased what they felt. It only delayed the moment they would have to face it. Don't skip, because the next few moments reveal the biggest shift yet. Something huge is waiting for you. Every memory now carries a lesson they failed to see before. They remember the conversations that made them smile without effort, the encouragement that arrived exactly when they needed it, and the comfort they didn't fully appreciate until it was gone. What once seemed ordinary now feels priceless. They begin to realize that the greatest loss isn't losing a moment, it's realizing too late how valuable that moment truly was. With every passing day, their heart becomes more certain, while every excuse becomes weaker. Stay till the end, because the next chapter uncovers the unexpected event that finally gives them the courage to stop hiding from their own feelings. And then, everything begins to align in ways they never expected. A simple encounter, an unexpected reminder, or a quiet moment of reflection has the power to change the direction of their entire journey. They are no longer running from what they feel. Instead, they are moving toward a truth they can finally accept: life feels brighter when your presence is part of it. Yet this is still not the final revelation. The greatest surprise has been waiting for the perfect moment to appear, and the next chapter will uncover why this story was never about coincidence. It was always about discovering what truly mattered before it was too late. A quiet breakthrough is closer than ever, and this is the chapter where everything begins to feel unmistakably real. The person who once convinced themselves they could keep living as if nothing had changed has reached a moment they never expected. They no longer measure their days by accomplishments or distractions, they measure them by the memories that continue finding their way back to you. Every attempt to ignore those feelings has only made them stronger. They finally understand that the heart has a language the mind cannot silence forever. Don't skip, because the next revelation is the one that changes the entire direction of this story. Something huge is waiting for you. For the first time, they stop asking whether their feelings are real and start asking why they waited so long to admit them. That single question opens a door they have kept locked for far too long. Suddenly, they can see every missed opportunity with complete clarity. They realize that the greatest moments in life are not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes they are the quiet moments shared with the one person who made everything else feel lighter. The future they once imagined now seems incomplete unless your presence is somewhere within it. Stay till the end, because the next chapter reveals the unexpected moment that gives them the confidence to move beyond regret and toward hope. Now the story reaches its most delicate point. Deep inside, they know that some opportunities should never be taken for granted twice. Their heart is becoming stronger than their hesitation, and every passing day brings them closer to a decision that could reshape everything they believed about this connection. They cannot rewrite the past, but they are beginning to believe that the future still holds a chance to create something meaningful. And just when they think they finally understand the full picture, one final piece begins to fall into place. The next chapter uncovers that hidden piece. And once it appears, nothing about this journey will feel the same again. Everything is becoming clearer now, almost as if the answers have been waiting patiently for this exact moment. The person who once believed silence was the safest choice is beginning to realize that silence has become heavier than honesty. Every sunrise brings a new reminder. Every quiet evening leaves them with the same unanswered feeling, and every passing day makes one truth impossible to escape. You were never as easy to forget as they once imagined. What they thought was the end of a chapter has slowly become the beginning of a completely different story. Don't skip, because the next few moments reveal the realization that changes everything. Something huge is waiting for you. Their heart is no longer fighting the truth. Instead, it is accepting it with a calm certainty they have never experienced before. They understand that genuine connections are not built on perfect timing or perfect circumstances, they are built on sincerity that refuses to disappear. Looking back, they can now see how every challenge taught them the value of what they almost overlooked. The future suddenly feels different, not because they know exactly what will happen, but because they finally know who has remained in their thoughts through every season. Stay till the end. Because the next revelation is the one they never believed they would have the courage to face. And now, the final pieces are quietly falling into place. A moment of unexpected clarity is approaching, one that will leave them unable to hide from their own heart any longer. The walls they spent so long building are beginning to crumble, replaced by a quiet hope that feels stronger than fear. They know they cannot keep pretending that your presence meant nothing, because the truth has already taken root deep within them. But the greatest surprise has still been kept hidden. The next chapter uncovers the moment that turns realization into action, and once that moment arrives, this journey will enter its most unforgettable stage yet. The moment they never believed would arrive is now standing quietly before them. Nothing around them looks different, yet everything inside them has changed. They have stopped searching for reasons to let go because every answer keeps leading them back to the same undeniable truth: you were never just another person in their story. You became the chapter they couldn't stop rereading in their heart. Every memory now feels less like the past and more like a reminder of what truly mattered all along. Don't skip. Because what comes next is the turning point this entire journey has been leading toward. Something huge is waiting for you. A quiet confidence is replacing every fear they once carried. Instead of wondering whether they should keep their feelings hidden, they are beginning to believe that some truths deserve to be acknowledged. They no longer see the distance as proof that everything is over. They see it as the path that helped them understand the value of what they almost lost. Every lesson, every delay, and every unanswered question has slowly shaped a new perspective. They realize that genuine care doesn't disappear with time, it grows stronger when it is real. Stay till the end, because the next chapter reveals the unexpected moment that transforms realization into a choice they can no longer postpone. Now the story stands on the edge of its biggest transformation. Their heart has spoken, their doubts have faded, and the future no longer feels as uncertain as it once did. They know they cannot rewrite yesterday, but they also know tomorrow has not been written yet. A single unexpected opportunity is drawing closer, one capable of changing everything they believed about this connection. They can feel that something meaningful is approaching, even if they cannot yet see its full shape. And when the next chapter begins, the silence that has lasted for so long will finally give way to a moment neither of you will ever forget.